Are you tired of feeling financially stuck? Are you ready to take control of your money and watch it grow? Look no further, because in this video, we're revealing the secret to managing your finances. The 50-30-20 rule. This simple yet powerful rule will help you achieve your financial goals and set you on the path to financial freedom. Don't just take our word for it. Watch the entire video to learn how to apply this rule and see the results for yourself. Don't miss out on this opportunity to transform your finances and take control of your money. Welcome to Knowledge Pilot. People who are too busy to keep meticulous records of their expenditures might benefit greatly from the 50-30-20 rule, because it provides a simple framework for budgeting, saving, and overall financial management. The rule goes like this. Spending must be broken down into three distinct buckets: needs, wants, and either savings or debt repayment. To help us understand this rule, I'd like you to meet James. James is just an average guy, earning $5,000 monthly after taxes. James must split his money using the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of his money, which is $2,500, will go into his needs. 30%, which is $1,500, will go into his wants. And 20%, which is $1,000, will go into his savings or paying off debt. It's important that you allocate your earnings the same way James did. That wasn't that hard now, was it? But let's take a deeper look at it. Number 1. What are needs and how to limit them? Things that are essential to one's survival are referred to as needs. These include essentials such as housing, healthcare, transportation, utilities, food, paying off housing debt, and purchasing the minimal necessities for clothes, footwear, and other essentials of daily living. Include in this category just those things that you simply cannot live without. If you do not already have a budget, this would be the perfect moment to create one. Examine very carefully the ways in which you spend your pay each month on the things within this needs category. According to some experts in the field of finance, the total amount spent in this category should not exceed 50% of your monthly income. If it does, then there is something that needs adjusting. However, if you find that you are spending more than 50% of your salary on your needs, there is no reason to worry too much. We can help. All that is required of you is to do a thorough analysis of the ways in which you spend your money on a monthly basis. Keeping close tabs on your spending will provide you with a clearer image of how your money is being spent. Therefore, it's a smart idea to do so. When you have a better idea of where your money is going, you may adapt by cutting back on spending that isn't required, or by looking for cheaper alternatives. As soon as your budget reaches the 50% limit, you are free to go on to the next phase in the process. But before we go any further, we should remember that success doesn't always happen right away. It can take time for it to grow or show up in your life. Even if you only use a couple of these tips, they will be a huge help to your finances if you do them consistently and with the right attitude. Keep watching to learn more on how to manage your money using the 50-30-20 budget rule. Number 2. Identify your wants and how to reduce them. Putting a full 30% of your earnings on your whims and fancies can appear to be a significant amount of money at first glance, but it really isn't. You could be imagining a stylish new pair of shoes or the most recent iPhone model, which was only introduced a few days ago. But we're not talking about fulfilling your deepest desires by purchasing any of those things, despite how great they all are. When we talk about wants, we're referring to extraneous costs that aren't essential to your survival, but would make your life a little more difficult without them. Maybe not having that brand new fancy phone will make your life only a little more difficult, so perhaps you could stick with your old one. However, if you don't have a mobile data plan at all, that probably will make things more difficult, not being able to easily contact other people. This category needs to contain items like your home internet, mobile data plans, home entertainment bills, essential maintenance to your vehicle, and so on. Asking yourself if you can live without something is a good way for determining if something is a need or a want. If you are able to live without it, then it is most certainly a want. Although we do acknowledge that sometimes it can be difficult to differentiate between needs and wants, but it's down to you to make those tough decisions. This brings us to the very last stage. Number 3. Save money, the last 20%. The remaining 20% of your income should be allocated to savings, and if you have any outstanding debt, the repayment of that loan. This money might be put in a savings account for unexpected expenses, used as a down payment on a house, invested, or saved for retirement. In the event that you believe that the 20% is insufficient, you have the option of moving more funds from your wants list into this account. Now, let's discuss the different kinds of debt that ought to be included in the 20% rule. Only debt payments that are greater than the required monthly minimum should be included in this category. For instance, if you want to pay off your debts more quickly, you may make additional payments on your mortgage or on your credit cards. These kind of payments are in this category. Here is an important point. All minimum required payments for debts must be allocated to the needs category. The justification for this is that the minimum needed payments are mandatory and that failing to pay them will have negative impacts on your credit score, which is really something to avoid. The 50-30-20 rule is a wonderful budgeting tool since it simplifies the process of keeping track of your expenses. Having only 3 categories gives a structure that is simple to adhere to, therefore assisting individuals in better focusing on and managing their finances. Because it lacks specifics, it is ideally suited for people who lead hectic lifestyles and have only a limited amount of time to spare each day. People falling under the low-income category can benefit tremendously from applying this rule to their finances. However, perhaps it is not a good solution for those with large incomes because it would require them too much money on things that they do not need or want. Many people have found financial success by adopting the 50-30-20 formula. Also, many experts in the finance world consider this rule to be of great value in controlling one's finances. By adhering to this approach in the appropriate manner, many people who have had terrible financial issues have been able to get back on their feet. If you put it into practice right now, you may be one of those success stories. You have just learned how to manage your money using the 50-30-20 rule. We're going to wrap things up here. We hope you enjoyed the video and gave it a thumbs up. If you want more information on how to make the most out of your money, check out our other videos on the screen. Thank you for watching.